So I spent an hour detangling a patient's hair. There was this woman that was admitted into the hospital, and she was admitted for severe depression and SI. She had recently been diagnosed with cancer, and 2 months into her chemo treatment, her husband decided to file for divorce and try to take everything. And sadly, this is such a common thing in the hospital. So, ladies, always have a backup plan and have your own money. It does not make you less trusting of your partner, and it does not make you a bad wife. So when I got a report, the nurse said she was just trying to get the patient to take a shower and the patient kept refusing the shower. Now, when I come in, it's usually nighttime, so most of the patients are asleep. I happen to be doing my rounds around 3 a.m. and I go into the patient's room and I hear her crying. So I go, "Hey, sweetie, is there anything you want to talk about or is there anything I can do to help?" She looks at me and says, "The day shift nurse said I have to take a shower." So I look at her and I said, "Yeah, that would be really good." She was like, "I can't take a shower." So I ask her if there's any reason why she can't take a shower. She tells me her hair was too matted to do anything with, and she did not want to get into the shower. She tells me that she wishes her hair fell out with the chemo. So of course this breaks my heart. So I ask her, "Do you want me to detangle your hair for you?" She goes, "You can't detangle my hair. I've been in bed for like a month." I was like, "Well, give me a chance." I was like, "I'm here to rise to the occasion, so let me at least try." She was like, "If you want to, I guess." So I marched myself down to the adolescent unit because they always have the good products, and I get 3 conditioners. I bring them back to my unit and I ask her, is there any conditioner that she likes the most? I let her smell them and she picks one. So I take that conditioner and I put it in her hair and I tell her, "All right, sweetie, I'm gonna let this sit in your hair. I'm gonna do some paperwork and I'm gonna come back." She looks at me and she was like, "Oh, I know you're not coming back. You definitely are not coming back." And I'm like, "Have a little faith in me. I'm going to be back. I just have to do a couple of things. I would like to let this conditioner sit for a little while. It's going to help the detangling process." I have 4C hair, so detangling is my forte. So she's like, "Okay." And I go out and do paperwork. A few minutes later, she comes out into the common area, which is awesome because she's been isolating herself for so long. So I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Sit anywhere you'd like. I'm almost finished with the paperwork and I'll come over with a comb." So I bring the comb over and I start detangling her hair. At this point, she starts talking about her relationship. Now, there is one thing I have learned from Oprah, and that's about active listening. Sometimes, if you listen to people, they're going to stop talking. But if you just stay quiet and lean into that uncomfortableness, they'll start pouring their heart out. This is because you're not trying to fill in the dead space when it's uncomfortable, and you allow people time to get their thoughts together, and they'll be more open to you. So she's telling me all about how her husband and her met and how they've been together for so long and how she moved him into her house that she inherited from her mother. She was talking about his good qualities and his bad qualities. And she was also telling me about how hurtful the divorce was, especially because he took advantage of her when she was weak and too tired to fight. She also kept asking why he would do this if he loved her. Like, she couldn't understand why somebody who claimed to love her would do something so horrible. And I agreed with her. I was like, that was absolutely terrible. It has no bearing on you as a person, but that is traumatizing. That's so much to handle in such a little time. So after that little conversation, we did some positive affirmations, and I told her how proud of her I am for even just coming here. By the end of the conversation, it had been about an hour, and I finally finished detangling her hair. This is right around the time all the patients were waking up, so the patients came out and saw her out of her room with her hair combed, and everybody went crazy. They were like, "Oh my goodness, your hair looks so pretty. We're so proud of you. We're so happy for you." I love the mental health field, and this was such a beautiful moment for me. So I asked her, "Are you ready to take a shower?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try." I was super proud of her, and when the day shift nurse came, I told her that she had taken a shower and had washed her hair that night. The day shift nurse was super happy too. As nurses, we oftentimes get caught up in like medication passes or charting or like little menial stuff, but I really love those moments where you actually can see where you made a difference. Also, it takes nothing to be kind to people. But yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts.